All right, Umang, thanks for sharing with the blog again. Let's talk a little bit about your interesting experience with what we call the Subway Challenge. Can you tell us a little bit about what that is and how you've experienced that in the program?
Yeah, so I actually learned about the Subway Challenge from Drew, who's been part of this blog, and he did the intensive like 4 to 5 months before I did. And pretty much what it is you go onto a New York City subway and you tell everyone in the train your name, and then some blurb about how you stutter and like what you're doing there. And it was a pretty interesting experience. The first time I definitely did not want to do it, and I was thinking apparently out loud that this makes no sense.
Yeah.
So it was interesting.
So disclaimer here, is it required?
It is not required. It's completely optional, and people who want to do it can. If not, totally cool.
Okay. And just playing devil's advocate, why on earth would anybody ever want to tell an entire subway car full of people that they stutter?
I'm telling you, it makes no sense. I think the biggest benefit, and I definitely felt this, was it makes you kind of become more comfortable with your speech. And like the more that I was kind of putting it out there, the more okay with stuttering I became. And one of the cool things about doing the Subway Challenge is afterwards, and even during. So during, a lot of people will just turn to you because you're talking on the subway in a loud voice, and like, what's happening here? But a lot of people, as you tell them, actually start kind of smiling at you. There was one time that they actually clapped after it was done, which is like a crazy, like cool experience, and it makes you realize that you do have a stutter, but it's something that a lot of people understand, and it's something that you might be like really concerned about, but it's okay, it's cool. And it also kind of teaches you, like, if you can just get up and be in a really pressure-filled situation and just express yourself however you do it, you can express yourself anywhere. So
Excellent. So how many times did you do the Subway Challenge during your intensive program?
I did it a total of 5 times.
Wow.
Actually. So the first time I like did it, and I was freaking out. I was like shaking and like all of those like nervous types of things. And then like a week later, I actually kind of car hopped. So I would do it, and then everyone who I was with, like the group, would like jump in the next car, and then again in the next car, and that was like a little bit extreme. But I think for me, to like continue putting myself in that situation was like actually really valuable, because every time it got easier and easier, and you also kind of learn each time like how to stay a little more composed every time, and to become more comfortable in a really uncomfortable situation. So I think for me to transfer everything I learned in the intensive moving forward, that was a cool experience.
Excellent. Well, thank you for sharing. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you all for listening.